Sanford is a monthly subscription service that allows you try hundreds of fragrances without committing to the price of an entire bottle all at once. This way, you can figure out what you like and discover your fragrance individuality. When you get your order, will come in these cool vials that each have a 120 sprays, which last about 30 to 60 days. Here are some of the ones I'm currently trying. The first one is Bespoke by Joseph Aboud. This one instantly makes me think of a sharp dress guy in a suit, maybe in a bod suit. I don't know. But definitely sophisticated. It makes me want to take the missus out to a fancy dinner, so I have an excuse to get dressed up and smell fancy. The next fragrance is Electric Wood by Room 1015. The aroma of this takes me to an outdoor walk amongst the oak trees here in Florida, like hiking on a really stroll in the weekend with a special someone enjoying nature and smelling great while doing it. My favorite scent is definitely Forest by Rook Perfumes. This one carries strong notes of various types of wood like pine, cypress, cedar. Definitely took me to the lumber aisle at the local home improvement store. And doing manly things like building stuff with wood. The subtle hint of musk really drove that home too. I think this one will be my go-to. But everyone's different. So if you want to figure yourself out, they have a quiz over here, and they will ask you questions on your personality, and then they'll give you a custom selection of which scents are likely to suit you best. Then you just have to add them to your queue for the next month, and you'll be all set. Or you can sort by rating to see what the majority of people like. Either way, be sure to sign up and use the code RSpace to get 55% off your first order. That's a heck of a deal. The link is in the top of the description. Enjoy. Thanks again to Sendbird for sponsoring this video. Don't forget, be sure and use the code RSpace for 55% off your first month. Links in the description below. Having a best friend is one of the most beautiful gifts in life. Whether you bond over your sense of humor, work life, family things, or everything in between. Sometimes it's hard to put into words what your BFF means to you. But what happens when they betray your trust? Let's find out today on RSpace. Our first op finds out that sometimes blood is thicker than water. My 23 mom wants me to forgive my ex-best friend, even though she slept with my ex-boyfriend while we were dating. I'm not sure if this is the right place to post it. My friend, M. Samage, was like a sister to me. We've known each other since we were 4. We were a partner in crimes. We knew everything about each other. We even decided to become each other's kid's godmother when I was 17. I started dating a guy from my neighborhood, L. He was also my father's friend's son. That's how we met. I had a crush on him since I was 15. Evan knew about it. In fact, she was the one who insisted I talk to him. She encouraged me to ask him out. I did. We started dating at 17. Everything was good. I thought I found my soulmate, but I noticed something different when we were on our 4th year of relationship. He acted kinda distant. I thought the pressure from university is stressing him out. I tried to cheer him up and tried to be intimate, but he would just brush it off. At one time, I accidentally looked at his phone while I was trying to make a call. I came across hundreds of messages between him and him. They also sent each other nudes. I felt really disgusted. I couldn't confront him because I knew he would deny. Then one day, I went to his house to surprise him. There I saw M and L were almost naked on the couch. They were probably in the middle of foreplay when I walked in. They were both shocked to see me as if they saw a ghost. I cannot explain the rage I was feeling. I felt like I'm about to faint. Instead, I went out. They both tried to chase me down with the classic. It's not what it looks like, really? You guys are naked cuddling and eating each other's faces. I wonder what it is. I was thankfully with my sister who saw me coming. I told her to take me home. There, I cried with my sisters. I have too. I told them everything. They were really empathetic. They asked me if I have screenshots. I told him yes. They told me to keep it and also told me to message him and my friend that we are done. I did, as they told me, according to my sister's advice. I told all our mutual friends about it. It was a chaos. I was broken and devastated. I would try all day and not eat. I was betrayed by my best friend and the love of my life, but somehow betrayal from M really hurt the most. After digging up and the drama that transpired, I got to know how disgusting and vile L was. I cannot list everything here because of word limit. I came to the realization that he had so many red flags that I ignored. That kind of helped me to heal. Al also came to my house a few times, but my sister told him if he keeps bothering us, she will call the cops. My father knew about all of this and was very supportive. I didn't want him to stop his friendship with L's dad, but L cannot be in our house anymore. I will not be in the same room as him. It took me a while, but I healed. I did lose a lot of friends because some of them took M aside and have like 2 good friends who actually helped me. Plus, I was very thankful to have 2 amazing sisters. I went out with my friends, started working out, even some forums helped me. I stayed away from dating for a year. I'm currently happy and in a relationship with someone. I thought I left the whole thing behind, but my mom keeps insisting I forgive him. You see, M's mom and my mom are really good friends. After I told my mom about M's betrayal, she was supportive, but also sad that she might have to stop talking to her friend. I told her not to. Regardless of what M did, her mom is very sweet. She even apologized on her behalf. I was never rude to her when she came home, but M is also not allowed in our house. Now my mom thinks I should forgive her. She always says to Emma's mom that they wish things went back to the way they were. My mom kept pushing that I forgive her and not ruin our friendship over stupid boy. I mean, why should I? She knows I hate people who betray and cheat, yet she did it behind my back. She claims just because I'm in a relationship, I should just forget, otherwise I will become a bitter person. My sisters are on my side. My father says the decision is up to me. I don't know what I will do. Yes, I do miss what M and I had. But I still haven't forgiven her for what she did. Any advice? Just add more context. Evan L. hooked up on her birthday when she broke up with her ex. She did tell me she is sorry and things just happened. She was lonely, and he was there to comfort her. In case we were wondering what L did and why he had red flags, is because he criticized me a lot. It was either about my looks or my ambitions. I once told him I wanted to write a book and he mocked me. I brushed it off since he had a dark sense of humor. L kept a spreadsheet of all the girls we knew in our circle, even at his university. He would rate them based on their looks. It was shared amongst his friends. Yes, I was on that list too. It made me really insecure. Some of my and M's mutual friends knew about their affair, but kept it away from me. That's why I cut a whole lot of them off. Update. Okay, guys. I'm going back to my home. I have been living with my middle sister, sister 2, because she is pregnant and needs help around her house. My oldest sister is also visiting home for 8 days. Our first reaction comes from new username, same error. There are some things one can never forgive. M, your closest friend, committed the ultimate betrayal with someone you loved. I would tell your mother flatly, you will never forgive M. You have no desire to ever forgive her. And if you keep pushing me to forgive, it'll push me away from you. Belv17 says, okay, simply ask, why can't you just be like Dad? He didn't stop talking with L's dad. I just asked him to keep me out of it. Why can't you do the same? Be friends with them's mom and keep me out of it. And if she keeps bothering you, say, well, can your friend screw Dad and then we can talk about it? It might sound cruel, but I think it will be clear enough. You made a good choice to cut off M, L, and the friends that knew. Now, you know, your friends are real friends. Little Nimble says, explain your mother how you won't dictate her friendships to her, and she won't dictate yours to you. And then tell her emphatically that this is the last time she's a meddle. DOP replies, Emma's mom is great. She apologized to me several times. I can see the woman is ashamed of her daughter's deed. I never blamed her. Nor do I want her to stop coming to our house, but M is not allowed. I try to explain things to Mom, but she keeps repeating the same thing. Sin0289 says, my best friend did the same thing. We knew each other since we were around 5 years old. I'm 35 male. He slept with my ex a lot behind my back. Almost 30-year friendship poof. I wouldn't never take him back as a friend, just as I wouldn't take a cheater back either. If the people around you can't or won't understand this, then you really should go low contact or no contact with them till you're ready or they stop. Blood or not, you have to protect yourself from people with selfish motives. Your mom is being very selfish here, as she'd rather her daughter put her feelings aside to allow a toxic person back in just to help her friendship or image. Totally BS. Don't give NOP. This can and will be a defining factor in your future growth. You held your ground against all those closest to you. Your mother is no different. The op replies, I'm so sorry that happened to you. I hope you're in a better place and with a better person. Honestly, I was hoping to see karma to hit them, but they are still together. He messaged me on my birthday saying he is sorry and that he is happy with her. My karmic revenge was moving on and being with a good guy, my current boyfriend, but a part of me still yearns for them to be destroyed. That's why I asked if never speaking to her is making me a bitter person or not. Jesus, so P. This guy seems like bad news all around. Rating women on their looks. I feel like he's doing that because he has low self-esteem. He has to put you and others down to make himself feel better because he knows he's a piece of crap. I don't want to say that I'm glad things ended the way they did because you deserve better than that, but I'm glad you aren't with him anymore. You don't need people in your life that are going to support their behavior. What they did was wrong. M should have known better. It's devastating to think that you both had been friends for so long, and she can go and do something like that. I'd feel more betrayed by her actions than his too. You expect more from people that you've developed such a strong bond with, especially if you look at her as a sister. That's a deep betrayal and a deep hurt. I'm sorry, OP. Tell us what you think in the comments below. Up next, we learned that our best friends are supposed to push us to do better and to be better. I told my best friend's boyfriend that she cheated on him. Have I done the right thing? It happened last year, but I still feel guilty. Context. She's my best friend since we were babies. We were neighbors. She couldn't get a job after graduating. Then she started living with her boyfriend. Me and my husband had a great friendship with both of them. Her boyfriend was a great guy. She was feeling depressed, and she decided to have sex with a friend. I was angry with her because her boyfriend didn't deserve that. And then she got into her mind that she needed a boob job. She said to me that she asked her boyfriend to pay for it, and he said that he would pay because he loves her so much and he can't say no to her. He was paying for everything already: rent, psychologists, etc. Let's be honest. A boob job is not cheap. She was asking for 2 weeks after cheating on him. I was so disappointed in her. I wasn't believing that my childhood friend has become this person. Me and my husband decided to tell her boyfriend. He came to our home and we told him everything. He believed in us and he was so sad. They were living together for 2 years. He loved her. She said that I ruined her life, that she was depressed and depending financially on him, and I couldn't have done this to her. I felt terrible, but it wasn't an emotional decision where boyfriend had the right to know. In my first session with a psychologist, she said that I'm wrong, and I had no right to do that. So I'm feeling even more terrible. Since I've talked about it with a few people only, I wanted to know some opinions. Ask for some opinions. You're gonna get them. Shetso says, ask your psychologist if they have ever cheated. In my experience, cheaters excuse cheating and using people to avoid feeling like a hypocrite. Also, at some point, if your friends don't elevate you, they just anchor you down to their miserable level. In my opinion, you and your husband done the right thing. Suspicious weekend, 284 adds on. You exposure for who she really is to her boyfriend, who also happens to be your friend. You could see how she changed and how she was using her boyfriend. By exposing her affair, you have given her boyfriend a choice whether he should stay or leave. You helping her come clean of the mess she is in. Maybe seek help for who she has become. Maybe now they might work on themselves and their relationship if they want to. Jopa 1967 wants to throw in. Your friend, I hope now, ex-friend, deserved everything she got. Your psychologist, as in a clown. You need to dump her from your life too. I think you should feel proud of what you did. Put yourself in his shoes. If your husband was cheating on you, you found out your friend knew and never told you, how would you feel about that friend? The boyfriend was clearly your friend too, and you did right by him. Zoopkeeper Game Many 708 says, I think you absolutely did the right thing. Her ex-boyfriend is lucky that he had you in his corner. Sin0289 says, an op should look into another psychologist. I feel like maybe you should have confronted her and said that the right to do would be to tell her boyfriend how she was feeling, and feeling depressed isn't a good enough excuse to have an affair anyways. She should have sought professional help and spoken to her boyfriend. Open communication is the key. If she was feeling not great, she should have been honest with him so that they could figure it out together. It would have given him a chance at least. She made her own choices, and I feel like if you had told her to confront him, or else you would, perhaps that might have pushed her to confess to him. Either way, the boyfriend deserved to know. What would you have done? Would you have told your best friend's boyfriend? Thank you for joining us today on our space. And subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on our next video. We'd hate for you to miss out. Also, please let us know what you thought of today's content in the comments below. Until next time.